let's shift gears literally and talk about a stock from the Motown, which has also got big plans as far as defense goes. Yes, we're talking about Motherson Sumi, where Vivek Chaand Sehgal, the chairman, is now joining us live right here on ET Now. The stock is also very much in news as the proposed demerger of the wiring business is finally here. The record date has been set for 17th of January. And as per that, for every one equity share of Motherson Sumi Wiring, you will get for Motherson Sumi share. Mr. Sehgal, thanks so much for joining us live right here on ET Now. Let's begin with the demerger news. It's been stuck at the NCLT for a long time, but now, as we all know, 17 January being set as the record date. Why is this an important event for the company?
Yes, we've been waiting for a long time for this particular clarification from the government and the approvals to go ahead and demerge and merge our companies, as I will explain to you just now. So going over Motherson Sumi Systems, we have only taken out the wiring harness portion for India out into a new company called Motherson Sumi Wiring India Limited, which is MSWIL. And the existing Motherson Sumi Systems will also change its name to SAMIL, SAMIL, which is Samvardhan Motherson Automotive India, etc. And of course, we will have a lot of our holding company also merging into this particular thing. So that becomes a new SAMIL, which is actually clarifying for all the investors and a lot of media also wanting to know that there was a lot of confusion because of these companies and acquisitions and all that. So we're just sorting it out and bringing out a very clean, clear, transparent new SAMIL to you and new MS will from now on. So two companies will be formed. One is the new company, which is for domestic wiring harness. The other will encompass everything. That's what's going to happen.
Okay, so yes, that was stuck at the NCLT, but like you yourself are saying, it's just going to lead to a cleaner, more transparent structure. But Mr. Sehgal, what's in it for the minority shareholders? There have been a lot of notes that have been written about that as well. Why is this positive for the investors, and what is it also going to mean as far as your top line goes?
So I think that has already been answered by our new 5-year plan, which we introduced 2 years ago, which is that we want to be a 36 billion US dollar billion company by 2024-25 with 40% growth. And all these companies together will deliver that. So incremental opportunities are huge. Unfortunately, because of the COVID situation, a lot of them had to take one step back for that. But now that the world is generally coming around and coming out of this, we think all our acquisitions and all the travel restrictions that we had will come out. So definitely our target is that much more achievable and much more tangible at the moment.
So Mr. Sehgal, good morning. Nikunj Dalma also joining in. So will the demerged entity, which is Sumitomo Wiring Systems, will this be a joint venture? Will this remain a joint venture company, or eventually there could be a change of guard there as well?
No, absolutely no. And in fact, I can say that we had at one particular time, right in the beginning, we had said that if Sumitomo-san, because we've got a huge amount of respect for them, and we had offered to them that why don't you buy us out in this particular business. But they categorically said that we have a 38-year-old joint venture with you, and we are very happy with this particular thing. And if this is achieved, we will definitely work with you where you will maintain the majority rate. So in the new MSWIL that's coming, Motherson will directly, SAMIL will hold 33 point some percent in that particular thing, and Sumitomo-san will hold 25%. So there is no exit or we are buying them out or they are buying us out, nothing like that. They are very, very sure that Motherson expertise of running the companies in India will be maintained, and hence I don't think these particular rumors have any legs.
Now, Motherson Sumi, Mr. Sehgal is known to acquire companies which you can buy them locally, turn them around, make them more relevant for the existing supplier, existing OEMs. But you've recently moved into the aerospace where the dynamics are very different, where the buyers are only a handful. Why have you moved into the aerospace and what should we expect there? Will it be an organic model, inorganic model?
The moment anything is finalized, you'll be the first to know. I can promise you that. But I think what is important for you to understand is that in the last 2 years, there has been a lot of restrictions of entering countries, of people traveling and all that. So all our teams, which are based in India and in Europe, have done a phenomenal job in going and visiting these plants which we want to take over and all that. And I think it's just a matter of time that they will fructify, and definitely will be informing you.
Sehgal, of course, January 17th being set as the record date for that demerger and the reason for this interview, but we can't not have you on the channel and not ask about the big global event. With the various factories you have around the world, you're one of the best people to check when it comes to global supply disruptions that we had started to see in 2021, the chip shortage, the semi-conductor shortage. How is that panning out? Is it completely behind us? Where would you say we are from the peak of the shortage?
Look, anybody's guess is better than mine on this one, because I think there is definitely tremendous amount of pull in the market. They've been wanting to buy cars. They've been wanting to change their method of transportation. And that actually is a huge opportunity. When we look at what the car makers and the two-wheelers and the bigger SUVs and all that people are saying, the demand is huge. It's still there. It's very, very potent. And the IC problems or the chips problems and things like that, I think they are not going to sort of disappear by a month or 2 months. I think it will probably still take about 6, 8 months, 9 months. I don't know how long it will take. But the demand is very robust. It's very strong. And that's great news for us. I know as a fact that almost all my customers, if they can make one car more, they're very willing to do that. They won't even hesitate twice about it. So I think it's anybody's guess, but definitely the numbers are looking very strong.
That's a great way of looking at it. And let's build upon that, Mr. Sehgal, with you saying that demand is robust. What does that mean? Are orders back in full swing? What kind of recovery have you been seeing when it comes to the order book?
I would say that yes, rather than taking names of the OEMs, I think every OEM is trying to make more and more cars as possible because the demand is there. But whether they can beat the number because of pre-COVID times and all that, well, that's anybody's guess, and it's very subjective to OEM. But by and large, we are seeing that the demand is very, very robust. And as they can solve the logistic problem, the chips problems, or whatever the thing, they will all come out of there this year. And then the automotive will become really strong.
Unprecedented hike in commodity prices. Have you managed to meet complete pass-through or somewhere? It will impact your margins. It will impact your working capital.
So that's a very difficult question to answer. But let me tell you one thing, that the OEMs are very, very conscious of the fact that things have gone really berserk in some places. And wherever things have happened like that, the customer is very, very front-coming and is taking steps to make sure that the problems of us suppliers are alleviated. So I think we're all working together. It's a common problem for all of us, and we're working very closely with our OEMs to try and resolve these particular issues. to their benefit and our benefit as well. Because many of the costs have gone beyond imagination. I mean, never happened before.
So, Mr. Sehgal, we're going to leave it at that. We'll, of course, wait for more updates from you, particularly about EVs as well. We'll talk about that trend when your quarterly numbers are out. Unfortunately, we're out of time now, so we'll have to say goodbye for now. See you again shortly.